Good morning.
Good to see you. How are you?
All good.
All good. All good.
All good.
4:30 Sunday is a very big moment, I guess, for you. Your Anfield career as Liverpool manager begins. Just wonder how much you're looking forward to it and what you're expecting.
It's not going to be the first taste because we played Sevilla already, but it's clear that it's the first league game at Anfield, and looking forward to it. But I'm looking forward to every game I've played in the past as a manager, and also to this one. Yeah.
It's going to be a big crowd, probably twice as big as the one you played in front of last Saturday. How do you manage the nerves? Are you a nervous manager?
I hope they are twice as loud as the Ipswich crowd, because the Ipswich crowd was really, really, really loud. So I'm hoping the fans can be twice as loud then as the Ipswich ones. That would be a big help for us. But no, I'm not nervous at all. Certainly not at this moment, because I'm in the middle of preparation, prepare the team for Sunday, and actually, no, nerves are not there.
Not even at 4:25 on Sunday?
No, it wouldn't be a good thing. If you've got nerves, then probably you don't trust what you did before. You just don't trust your team. And I trust what we as a staff do during the whole week to prepare the team in the best possible way. And I trust the team a lot as well, again on Sunday.
I know you've been asked in recent weeks about new signings, and obviously you've been reluctant to talk about them. Mamardashvili, is that a deal that's done or very close to being done?
I think you know already the answer. So if a deal is done, then you will hear from us. Until that moment, we don't speak about transfers or players that are not ours.
You don't seem worried at all by any lack of activity?
No, because I trust the team. And I've said many times before, I inherited a real good team, a team of many young players as well. And I think we all know that especially young players can develop at the ages they're on at the moment. So we just try to work as hard as we can with them. And we trust them a lot, and they've proven last week that they earned this trust, and I'm hoping that they show the same on Sunday again.
Good luck. Enjoy the day.
Thank you. I will.
Just going on from that theme, there was such a difference in terms of the first half performance versus the second half performance. How do you feel you are getting on in terms of being able to explain to the players what it is you want from them, and then them buying into that?
I think we're on a good track, if that's the way to say it. So, but we have to understand that some of them are only here for 3 weeks, and there's quite a large part of our group is with us for 3 weeks. So, and it's not only about us; it's also about the opponent, what they bring into the game. And I think I said it before that Ipswich put a lot of energy in the first half to make it really difficult for us, and or we stepped up, or Ipswich were not able to keep bringing the same energy in the second half. And I think it was a bit of both. And we got a bit more space, and then you can see how well these boys can play. But there's still a lot of work to do. But it was a good first step, especially the second half.
And in making substitutions at half-time, when you look at the quality of the bench that you've got, it must be great to see those options that you have. But in making sure that you are not afraid to make substitutions, are you partly learning more about the squad that you have, but also trying to create some competition?
Oh, I'm learning every day still about these players, about the individuals, and also how they cooperate with each other. So, for me, the last week was not only important on Saturday, the Sunday was also really important, because I learned and saw there that the ones that didn't play on Saturday were able to bring a really good training session in on Sunday. And I think that is that's a really important thing for a team as well, because we all know that we're going to need many of them during the season for a lot of game minutes. And they brought in a really good training session on Sunday. And that will help them and us for the rest of the season. And yes, I am still learning new things about the players, which is normal, because like I just said, with some of them I only work for 3 weeks. So still seeing new things from them.
Arne, how's Joe Gomez? Do you feel like his head's in the right place for this weekend?
Yeah, it's been in the right place for 3 weeks. So he's worked really hard since he came back, but he didn't play a lot at the Euros. when he came back, and in the first sessions we couldn't. He couldn't train the whole session, so we had to manage his load a bit, and that was also the reason why he wasn't in the team last Sunday. But this week he had a good week, so in terms of load, how much he could do with the team. So yeah, he's one of the players that I see new things from and learn things what I see from him, also combined with other players. So it's been a good week for him and for us till now.
And the club have done some notable business with Brentford this window. Just wondering how much admiration you have for their model and how they go about things on the pitch as well.
For Brentford, you mean? I think they brought in two really talented and good players. And then you could ask yourself the question, why do they leave? Now, the both of them have played a lot of minutes last season, and I think the both of them wanted to continue that journey of playing time. And I think they were able to play for us, but there's so much competition in the positions they play that they wouldn't play every minute of every single game. And then it was a good deal. It's a real good deal for us, and I think it's a good deal for Brentford, and it's also a good deal for the players. So everybody happy, unless they they do too well on Sunday.
Do you admire the way Brentford play as well?
Yeah. You can see that their manager is there for a long time already. They in the last game against Crystal Palace, they could play a 4-4-2 and could play a 5-3-2, so they can change systems within a game. And I think that's hardly impossible if you work with a group for 3, 4 or 5 weeks, let alone maybe even after a year. It's still not possible because it's so difficult to bring the best out of them in one system. So if you can play two systems with them, yeah, you have to make the conclusion that Thomas Frank is doing a real good job over there for a lot of years already, and they played a real good first game as well as a good pre-season. So it's going to be a challenge for us on Sunday again to play them.
How has Jarell Kwanzaa reacted since being taken off at half-time against Ipswich?
In a way you would expect a player to react. So I spoke to him immediately after the game. Spoke to him the day after on Sunday, and in the end of that conversation he asked if he could train Sunday. So normally he should have done recovery, he wanted to train, and unfortunately I think it was Tuesday that he picked up a bit of an injury, so he couldn't train on Wednesday, and let's see if he can train today. But he reacted in a way every player should react, but I don't think there was that much into it, although maybe the language was a problem, because what I said was he did not lose every duel, but he lost one or two important ones, and one of them was just before half-time. And from what's been told to me, it's like that I've said that he lost every duel, which he didn't. He did not do. We as a team lost too many duels, and he lost one or two as well. And this is also what I said to the team the day after. That it was not about Jarell, that we as a team didn't do well. But in my opinion, the only threat at that moment from Ipswich was Dilap, and he won one or two important duels. And I was trying to get that strength out of their team by bringing in Ibu.
Mm-hmm. And you sold a couple of younger players this transfer window. Some fans might be concerned that you might be letting some promising talent go a little too soon. Do you understand where they're coming from?
Yeah, that's always a difficult one, because young players want to play as well, and if they want to develop, they have to play. And it's always like this, so they come through the ranks of the youth academy, and either then you're good enough to play for us many minutes, or you're still not there, or there's too much competition in your position. And I think still this team, which what we have a lot of homegrown players, and one of them, trainer only, is also training with us on a daily basis, but only 17 yet. So this club will always bring good youngsters, and it's always a challenge to find the right moment, either to play them, or if they've played quite a lot of minutes, they want to make the next step in their career. And if that is not possible because Virgil van Dijk is playing here, or Mo Salah is playing here, or all the other top players are playing here, then it's the best for them and also for the club to let them go, because you always want to take care of your own interest, but you also have a responsibility to the players. And if they want to play somewhere and it's not possible for us, and they're not happy with 500 or 600 minutes, because these youngsters didn't play much Premier League games, they played a few games in the cup, then then you have to, in my opinion, let them develop somewhere else.
Thank you.
Carl, on the centre-back situation, is it a case of 3 players competing for one place alongside Virgil, or do you see different players coming in like on Saturday for different jobs for you to do?
Virgil came in 3 weeks ago, and in my opinion, he made a lot of impact when he came back. So he made a lot of impacts in all these years he's played here. But me working with him, he's shown how much he cares about the team and how good he is. But for him, and the same with Mo, like all the others, they still have to bring their performances in. So in my opinion, there are 4 players having competition for 2 positions. But at this moment, it's clear that Virgil is playing, and he's also going to play on Sunday if he's fit.
And you selected Grabberg as the 6. I guess it's probably not a position he's played greatly throughout his career. What do you see as his qualities for that role for your team?
I think he brings in certain qualities which we like in that position, but he only played 2 games in that position, and he did it in both times really well. So against United he played well. 3 games though, against Sevilla and against Ipswich. Now only one of them was a game that matters in terms of a Premier League game. So he has a lot to prove in that position still. But first games he did well. But like with all of them, it's not about the individual. It's always what the team around them do for him. What he has running capacity, so he can keep on running. He has a night height, and he's really comfortable with the ball. So he has some attributes that he could play in that position, but still a lot to prove for him, as for all the others. And we have other options in that position as well. So interesting competition in many positions. Yeah.
Any more for the breakout? Please.
Arne, just on Joe Gomez, can I check then? Is your understanding you expect him to be here for this season? You're not expecting any movement on that?
At this moment, I'm expecting everyone to be here. But like you know, you are maybe even longer in football than I am. Looking at you, you're a little bit older than me. Yeah. So everything can change. One thing I know for sure, Tony is longer in football than me. Yeah.